Hello, good morning. Welcome to another science class with me, teacher Nico, and I am teaching in Chalor School. So, for week's topic was all about the classification of plants. Okay, repeat after me. Classification of plants. So, we have two different classification of plants. So, the first one we have is flowering plants. Okay, and the next one we have non-flowering plants. So when we say flowering plants, okay, so plants have flowers, or plants that we have flowers, or flowers produce fruit and seed. Okay, so again, when we say flowering plants, are plants that have flowers, or flowers produce fruit and seed. So these are the example of flowering plants. So everybody, let us read. What plant is it? So what plant is it? It is a tomato plant. Tomato plant. Very good. Next example. What plant is it? Okay, it is a sunflower plant. Sunflower plant. Okay. So next, what tree is it? So it is a papaya tree. Papaya tree. Very good. So that are the examples of flowering plants. Okay. So the next one, when we say non-flowering plants, do not produce flowers. Okay, so plants that don't have flowers, or produces spores or cones to reproduce. Okay, so non-flowering plants produces spores or cones. Okay, so these are example of non-flowering plants. We have the what plant is it? It is a moss plant. Moss plant. Next, what plant is it? It is a fern plant. Fern plant. Okay. Next, what plant is it? Is it what we call tree? Is it what we call conifer plant? Okay. Conifer plant. A conifer tree. This one, conifer tree. So in conifer tree that we have, this is what we call the needle-like leaf. Okay, this one, the single leaf, is what we call needle-like leaf. And then the whole that is what we call the cone. Okay, so now this time we are going to answer the worksheets that we have, so it can help you to answer the following question. So the W is what we call the conifer tree, the X is the sunflower tree, Y is the orchid plant, and the Z is the papaya tree. Okay, so the first, let us read the following questions. What are flowering plants? Letter B. Which of the plants above can be grouped as flowering plants? Letter C. Which plant can reproduce by spores? Letter D. Which plants can reproduce by seeds? Letter E. Which plant has needle-like leaves? So these are the possible answers of the following questions. So let's try to answer it over again. So what are the flowering plants? So when we say flowering plants, is the plants have flower and produce fruit and seeds. Very good. Next, letter B. Which of the plants above can be grouped as flowering plants? So which of the following plants can be grouped as flowering plants? We have the, very good, the letter X, the sunflower plant, and letter Z, the papaya tree. Next, Which plant can reproduce by spores? Is it Y, orchid plant, X, sunflower plant, or W, conifer tree? The answer is very good, Y, the orchid plant. Very good. Next, which plants can reproduce by seeds? Is it X, sunflower plant, or W, conifer tree? Letter X. Very good. The sunflower plant. And the last one, of course, the conifer tree. Which plant has needle-like leaves? As I told you earlier, example is the conifer tree. Alright. So again, let us read. The flowering plants. Plants have flower and produce fruit and seeds. So, the flowering plants are the sunflower plant and papaya tree. And then the plant can reproduce by spores is the orchid plant. And the plant can reproduce by seeds is the sunflower plant. Of course, the papaya tree as well. And the last one, plant has needle-like leaves is what we call the conifer tree. Okay, so I think that's all for today and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you and see you again next time. Goodbye!